Back to area and perimeter, just like we did before. The worksheet says find both the area and perimeter of the figures shown. So we're going to do, I'm going to start with perimeter first because that's the easiest one. That's just adding up the three sides. So 60 plus 45 plus 75. And you can use your calculator if you want, but 60 plus 45 is 105, plus 75 is 180. And then I look at what type of measurement it is, and it's in yards. Great. Then I'm going to look here, and this, you see this dotted line with the right angle symbol that cuts through this straight line here? That is the height of a triangle. If it's not a right triangle, then they show you the height by putting a dotted line in a right angle here. So I'm going to use 36 as a height. All right, and then I'm going to find the area of this triangle, which is 1/2 the base, which is 75, because the height will come out of the base. All right, the height will stick out of the base. So, you know, if you wanted to, you could, you know, redraw this triangle to look something like this, right? And you got this dotted line here. And this is 36. This is 75. Okay, and so that's what it looks like. Wish I'd drawn a better picture of it, but that's what this looks like turned onto its base. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say the base, which is 75, times the height, which is 36. I could just put this into my calculator as 0.5 times 75 times 36, and that's what I'm going to do here. 0.5 times 75 times 36, and I get 1,350. And please use a calculator for this. I don't expect you to do this by hand. 1,350 would be 1350. And we're still in yards, but we're not talking about regular yards. We're talking about square yards. So that is very, very important. All right. So I'll jump down here and I'll change the color. And now we're going to talk about this rectangle here. It almost looks like a square, right? But it is a rectangle. And the perimeter is equal to 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Now you can decide what you think the length or the width is. All right, that's up to you. The length doesn't have to be longer than the width. It doesn't have to be. You can call this bottom piece the length and the side the width. All right, but as long as we're plugging in the right numbers, all right, so the perimeter is equal to 2 times 61 plus 2 times 54. I can do this one in my head, but please go ahead and use a calculator if you want. This is 122 plus 108, which is equal to 230 even miles. Okay, 230 miles. And then if we look at the area, I can't multiply 61 times 54 easily in my head. Actually, I can, but I don't want to do that because I don't want you guys to feel like you need to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and say 61 times 54. I don't know why I wrote 51 there. 54 equals, and 61 times 54 is 3,294. So 3,294. That makes sense, and it's in square miles, right? Because it's area. Okay, so far so good. This is just a little help to get you through all this stuff. Let me get rid of all this. And we'll move on to the next type of section. The next section is pretty important. I wish I hadn't done that. All right. So we're going to be looking at this and we're going to say, hey, look, I have a triangle and I'm looking for perimeter. I'm actually looking for the extra side and I've been given perimeter. So we said that the perimeter is equal to side A plus side B plus side C. Well, I've been given an A and a B. I'm looking for C and I've been given perimeter. So let's just start plugging in what we've been given. 160 miles is equal to 53 miles plus 46 miles plus some unknown number of miles. Okay? Well, I can remember my steps. Step 1, distribute or combine like terms. Distribute or combine like terms. And I can do that here, right? I have two like terms here sitting next to my x. So 53 and 46 is 99 miles plus x equals 160 miles. Step 2 says undo addition or subtraction. Well, I do have some addition here, right? So I'm going to undo that by subtracting 99 miles from both sides. Right, so it's 61 miles over here, and this goes away. So x equals 61 miles. Sound good? All right. This next one over here, I'll use a different color. We'll go with this green, see if this works out. And we have an area measurement, and we've been given a length, and we're looking for a width, or vice versa. So the area is equal to length times width. And we've been given one or the other. We're just going to plug everything in, right? So I've been given an area. And I have a length and not a width. So 1,125 feet squared equals 25 feet times x. Right? And how do I undo multiplication? Well, I undo it with division. So I can change color here. And I'm going to divide both sides by 25 feet. That cancels out with that. And I'll divide this side by 25 feet. Well, this feet cancels with this feet squared, so I will have a feet measurement. I don't know off the top of my head what 1125 divided by 25 is, so I'm going to use a calculator. And my calculator tells me that I'm left with 45 feet, equaling the width. And that's it. That's really all there is to it. I don't have anything else for you. Yes, some are written out as word problems, but go ahead and draw the picture and you should be good, right? Oh, I forgot. I did step 3, which was undoing multiplication or division. And I undid the multiplication with division. Okay? And that's it. Thanks for your time and keep working hard.